Hello and welcome once again to LSEC League of Legends commentary. This is Jay. This will be a footage game of me playing my Yi. This has been highly requested, and by highly requested I mean one, because of the two people that watch the commentaries, one is 50%, so highly requested gameplay. Here I start off as Yi, going with the boots and two health pots and one mana pot. This game won't. It's not how I traditionally play Yi, but it ended up working out okay. And this is an excellent video and example of how you don't have to be the assassin E. There's different ways to play E. And so there's some good things about this video, some things that I mess up on, and so we'll highlight all those and go over it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here I start out. I've already bought my items, got the tower. I skipped the beginning part because it's boring, and here we go. So normally, what I like to do is I like to build up to my 7th strike, which for Yi, his passive, his 7th strike will always be a double strike. But here I'm facing a Renekton and a MF, and so I know I'm going to be harassed early. The other team gets a really quick first blood, which is not good. Nasus overextends. I realized too late that I should be trying to scare them off, and you can see that Nasus goes down. So two quick deaths on my team's part, and at this point I'm going, oh crap, that's no good. But I need to basically just wait it out. A lot of people here would panic and try to do something stupid. You'll see, if you can see in the comment bar, that my team, and a third death by my team, and so 3 minutes in, we're already 0-3, and so this is not a good look for me and my team. Renekton gets a little greedy, gets shot by the tower. This MF is doing a good job of protecting his creep, so I can't even get last kills in. I usually like to do last kills, and it's usually really easy with these Uju Blade. But I can't do anything because now Renekton has a stun, MF has insane early damage, and so I just have to sit back and be patient. A lot of people would disagree with this. They would say, or they just don't have the discipline to stay back and wait it out. They feel like anxiety building up because their tower's going down, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose." But this game, it'll highlight that it's a long game, and while you may not win every time if you're patient, it definitely beats feeding, which is what my team does. And so, and another thing, it's great to see Raffle Stomp games like the last one. We all love to have those, and I would rather play those all the time because it's less stressful. But I think it shows different kinds of characters of the type of playing, and it's just harder to be a good character when your team is getting raffle stomped than it is to be a good character when the other team is getting raffle stomped. Here I'm typing to my partner asking him to stop being stupid, getting shot by MF multiple times. I'm kind of feeling frustrated, and I get frustrated a lot. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I game, I get so frustrated at noobs, it makes me angry. So it's not really good for me. So I'm trying to work on that, trying to be a little more encouraging or not say anything at all. I can't wait for this new tribunal system so we can like ban those. We can have a say in banning bad players. Here, Nasus is complaining that I am not helping out and I am not attacking them. Clearly, I'm not going to attack them with Nasus, who does 0 damage early game, and I am a squishy as myself, so I'm telling him that just don't feed in the beginning and we'll be okay. And he's telling me, oh, well then how are you going to get money and creep kills? And I told him, well, how are you going to get money and creep kills when you're dead? And so it's kind of a back and forth. This Nasus, I end up ignoring him because he is one of those types of players that I don't know, maybe he had a dinner to go to or something. Like he wanted to win this game within the first 2 minutes, and that's just not how it goes. There's another death on our part, so now we are 1-4. We got to kill somewhere in there. I don't know who got it, but it's not looking good. Basically, mid is being dominated, bot is being dominated, and right now top is being dominated. I go for the Berserker Greaves, and usually I don't. Usually I go for either the movement treads or this 3 times speed boots, just because the item build that I go, and there goes Nasus again, overextended. The item build that I go, I don't need attack speed. I have attack speed in my, not my runes, but my masteries, and I have attack speed in my, what do I have attack speed? Oh, in my items. So there's no real reason. Here, because Renekton and MF are level 5, it's better for me not to go in. Some people would be like, oh, try to clear the creeps, make them run away. Renekton has enough health, and MF can burst me down pretty quickly. And so I don't want to risk it. Maybe I could have, and that's something that I don't know. But I definitely know the way I played. I did not die. Tower did not go down, and I'm waiting for my feeder Nasus to come back. Now here, I realized that the tower is low enough that they're just going to focus tower and not try to do anything else. Nasus comes in, gives a slow, and so, and they're running away, and I'm at level 6, which means I've out-leveled both Nasus and MF, and I can finish them off pretty quickly. I'm doing a little childish gloating here, telling him, hey, look what you can do when you outlevel them, and you're not a complete noob to Nasus. I flash in there for the kill, which I really didn't expect, but I got it anyway, so I was very happy. And now I'm just poking fun at Nasus because I'm an immature 5-year-old child. But I mean, as a gamer, I think we're all like kind of immature when someone doubts us or doubts the way we play, and then we prove them wrong. We have to jab it in. There's no class in the gaming world. It's just, haha, I win, you lose, type of thing. And I am a victim of it myself. And so here I stay 1 second too long. If that spike got me, I'm dead. So that was not a good move on my part. By the way, the Cho'Gath's name is Tina Bobina. Just thought I'd put it out there. Thought that was pretty funny. So I've now ignored Nasus. I dodged Cho'Gath's silence, and I knew that was coming. I knew that his bite was coming because he was level 7, so I started running away prematurely. I think a lot of people might have stayed for the 2-on-1, thinking that they could do something. Nasus, of course, then chases. Chasing is never a good idea. Chasing is like having a warm cup of milk right before you go on a roller coaster. It never ends out well. Especially if you're Nasus and you do like 2 damage in the beginning per hit. I mean, you're not doing any kind of damage. They get our top tower, but that's okay because it's our top tower. And 10-minute top towers, that's actually okay for being raffle stomped this badly in the beginning of the game. Because I've gotten like 3-minute towers and 5-minute towers with my E. I know that 10-minute tower is not bad. Here I'm just trying to farm up more, trying to protect my tower. There's 3 in the bot, and you might be asking, why are you not afraid to fight it out here as opposed to you were afraid? Well, for one thing, I see my partners were coming. Second thing, one of them is very low health, so you know that they're going to be running. They're going to be trying to protect as opposed to trying to attack, and that's a big difference. Here I alpha strike in on their MF, kill their MF, and activate my Wuju Blade, and boom, down goes Renekton. I got really lucky there. I had like 100 health left, but I thought that I could slow him down. Plus, he was running away. You always want to be pot-shotting running away. When they turn and try to get you, then that's a different story. But I had noticed that he wasted his skills early, and so he had at least 6-second cooldown before he could do anything. So in that situation, you definitely want to be attacking and not be afraid. Once again, my favorite thing, even with low health, if you've wiped 3 or 4, I see Zin at bottom. There's no need to be afraid of anyone. Definitely get the tower first. A lot of people would have ran away there. And I go back before Cho'Gath comes in. My build order changes for E all the time. I mean, sometimes I get BF Sword right after Boots. Sometimes I go with Blood Razor. It really depends. This game, I decided I need Lifesteal because nobody's really doing too much burst damage where they're going to get me in one shot. And so I feel like if I have Lifesteal, I can, after they're done with their 3 spell combo, I can pretty much keep myself alive with my Lifesteal and my Highlander and Wuju Blade. Here I'm getting Blue Golem because I need Blue Golem to constantly spam my Alpha Strike so I can get creeps without putting myself in danger. Cho'Gath comes here, but I definitely get Blue Golem first because that's important. And here I start noticing a pattern in Cho'Gath. He bites way too early. I think he's the type of player where he uses the bite as a direct damage spell and not as a finisher. So that's good to know because I can keep that in mind for the future. Here you see Nasus chase down MF. You saw how little his Q did. I mean, his Q did maybe 100 damage on a squishy MF. Actually, it did like 120 damage on a squishy MF. And not that he was trying to go for her, but if he had not fed in the beginning and been stupid, that would have been farmed up real nicely. Much better. Here, Cho'Gath is retarded, gets killed, and now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we've taken the kill lead, 9-7. And I bet a lot of people are like, what? When did that happen? That's what happens when you don't feel the need to raffle stomp in the beginning. You have to be patient, especially if your teammates are being retarded. You cannot join in on the retardedness because they start complaining. Oh, why aren't you joining in? Well, I'm not joining in because I don't want to die like you. And if I don't die like you, eventually, I'm going to be killing them. Especially with a hero like E. The Cho'Gath here, I'm just typing, he's complaining that the fact that his spikes hit MF and the tower turned on him is retarded. I'm trying to nicely tell him that he could toggle it off, so really it's a skill mistake on his part. But he doesn't seem so. I guess he expects it to turn off whenever it's convenient for him. Here, MF gets caught in the middle, overextended. Renekton had Ghost on, so really it's not like MF was too much in the bad. I mean, they used summoner skills to get him. Here I realize we're going for Kennen. So I back off because I see Kennen's ult coming. Now a lot of people would have been like, oh, you should have gotten in there. No, I shouldn't have. And no, my team should not have. 5v4 situations, you should never be in there. The reason why I went in initially was to maybe draw some of the attention so my team could get away. But my team decided to go all in because of that, and that was just a bad idea. By the way, once again, I really like Renekton. I'm at like 6200 IP. As soon as I get it, I'm going to get it. There I dodge his Cho'Gath spikes and luckily get Renekton with exhaust because he's out of position. Then I get MF. This this Tauren, I forget what his name is. He's really good with his stuns and his knockbacks. I mean, he's not really good, but I mean, he's basically a good, he does a smash and then walks ahead of him and headbutts him back. That's what you should do as a Tauren. Alistar, that's his name. And now I'm at a beefy 5-0-1. Now a lot of people would be like, oh, you're just getting the last hits on kills. That's kind of what you have to do as a E, and that's why I kind of don't like playing Assassin E, because what you're doing is you're expecting your teammates to compensate for you until you get just overfed and beefy. And if you don't, then you're absolutely wasting the space to your teammates. So I don't like Assassin E. I'd rather play a pusher E. But in this scenario, because I wanted to show how patience could pay off in a game, I wanted to show this E clip. So now I'm 6-0-1. I could very easily be 1 and here Akali gets caught, but she's running away, and I see 3 chasing her, so I kind of stay there and distract them so they don't catch Akali. And if they do, then it's only one person that caught Akali, and then I flash through. Just small stuff like that, instead of like, oh, I have to go back and help my teammate, or they're gonna yell at me. Doing small stuff like distracting and pulling them away. Divide and conquer is really effective strategy for normal stupid games. Here I'm caught out of position, but I'm able to snipe MF, which is what I'm supposed to do. By the way, even exhausted, the Wuju Blade will kill. Through the exhaust, and so because it counts as magic damage and not actual damage. So I keep hitting her, take her down. We get Renekton, and now all of a sudden, the tides are turning, and you're just like, oh, what happened? Well, what happened is, well, a couple of mistakes on the other team's part. They were out of position, but also what happened was I stayed patient. I didn't try to overcompensate and be like, oh, it's my fault that my team's not winning. I'm not going to engage when it's not good to engage, and I will engage when it is good to engage. And yeah, the fact that I'm 7-0-3, I could very well be like 4-0-7. I could, or 6, and I could totally have missed all those kills. But essentially, the money distribution is the same for my team. My team is getting assists and kills, and that's what's important. And as a carry, I want to be the one getting the kills anyway. Now I got my BF sword, finally able to do some damage. So now I'm getting scary, because at this moment, I've out-leveled them. Well, I'm either near their level or out-leveling them. And on top of that, it's just in their minds that if you see E, then you're either gonna have team focus fire him, which is not gonna be easy because I'm always gonna be coming in toward the end of the fight. So if you're looking for me, my team's gonna rip you apart. Or they're thinking, oh, here's E, I have to run. And so both situations are good, because hesitancy is probably one of the big reasons why teams that could win don't, because they are afraid or they don't think they can take it and they run. And there'll be a really good example of this coming up later on, where I fight Cho'Gath, where hesitancy would have got me killed. Here, I don't see anybody except Xin. I see Cho'Gath mid, I saw Kennen mid, and so I'm going to push top. Not because I actually plan on getting tower, but because by pushing top, I make them waste time running up to me, and that time wasted is time that I'm getting creep kills. Cho'Gath is there, I figured. And so now Cho'Gath just lost all this farming time, and while Cho'Gath ran up, now you look at mid on the minimap, MF is getting free farm. So this is what you want to do. You want to, with teams that have been rough, and then you have a 2v3 going on in bottom. But I know that if I start heading bottom now, I'm not getting anywhere near that fight. So why 2 tanks decided to try to take on 3 DPS, I don't know. Mid game, especially when DPS is going to rock tanks every time before tanks get real beefy. Here I wait. I was waiting in the brush, hoping I can get a gank. Maybe someone would walk through, like Cho'Gath would walk through real stupidly. I see that no one's there. Cho'Gath is there. Time to run away, because I know he will bite me, and I'm sure there's somebody else. He follows me. He turns on Ghost. I turn on Highlander, and then I turn around and exhaust him. He exhausts me at the same time. We have a nice little laugh about it. He seems to be a pretty cool player. He's not one of the douchey types himself. Yeah. So now I'm just typing, and we're just chuckling. I'm thinking here whether or not to go Blood Razor or Black Cleaver. Now you would say, why go Blood Razor? I'm thinking, do I need flat damage or do I need armor penetration? And I realize I don't need either. None of the characters I'm facing is really tanky. You might be, hey, what about? Well, Cho'Gath is going an AP build, so he's not really tanky. And so what I really need is burst damage, because there are weak, squishy characters. And so that's what I go for. I'm gonna go for the something Infinity Edge instead. I'm checking to see if there's any ganks, because there's nobody coming. And of course Nasus is absolutely clueless. Here, Renekton rage quits. They tell us later that he rage quit because basically he started complaining that they weren't focusing me